Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a quick tag video. It's Evenlina Barry's inner child tag, and I've wanted to film this for a few days now, but school's been super hectic and I'm actually taking a break from writing a paper, writing an assignment, studying for midterms to do this. So the first question: my dream job as a child was definitely actress slash singer. I used to dance as a kid, so I was used to like performing, and I wasn't a shy kid, still not a shy kid, and I just really loved the idea of acting. I thought it would be really fun to travel the world and be in movies. I was cast for a commercial when I was younger, but something happened. I'm not sure if it was because I moved or what happened, or if it was just an audition because I was really little. And I remember I was stressing over trying to memorize the lines, and I was like, I'm gonna forget, they're not gonna take me. But just a little kid drama. So the second question: I don't really recall how old I was when I figured out Santa wasn't real. It's kind of a tough one because when I was younger, my parents were divorced, so I lived with both parents. I lived 2 weeks with my dad and then 2 weeks with my mom. So I had Christmas at both houses, and on Christmas Day I would, whoever I was living with at the time, I'd be there first to open presents, and then I would go to the other house and visit my other parent. So I guess when I was a little bit older, I started questioning the coincidence of things, because sometimes there was presents, even though you get presents from your parents as well, not just Santa, that my dad would say, oh, you can't open this till you go to your mom's house, or vice versa. I might have been about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, which would be grade 3 or 4, I think. Maybe that's too old, I'm not sure. I can't really recall. Third question: my favorite Halloween costume when I was a kid was a Sailor Moon costume that my best friend's mom made for both of us. My best friend's mom, I think, also made her a wig. I'm not sure if she made me a wig as well. Can't really remember. But I still have the costume. I absolutely refuse to get rid of it. There are stains on it. I don't care. And I should have grabbed it for this video, but I completely forgot. So I might add a picture at the end of this, or you guys can head to my website and I'll make sure, for sure, it gets posted on there. And I love it. I probably couldn't fit my right thigh in it now, but that's okay, because I was about 3 or 4 when I wore the costume. Anyways, I loved it. I was a Sailor Moon freak. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Okay, so question 4. My favorite cartoons as a kid, well, clearly one was Sailor Moon, or my dad liked to make fun of me, so he called her Sailor Goon, and to this day, he will still make that comment. So I loved Sailor Moon, I loved Braceface, What's with Andy, Rugrats, I loved that show. I loved Art Attack, and still do. And a few years ago, I think I was in grade 11, I was at a rugby tournament, and we had some downtime, and one of the girls said that Neil Buchanan, who was the guy from Art Attack, died. And my heart stopped. I was like, you're lying! No, this can't be true! And she told me that he died of cancer. So I went home and Googled it, and he is still alive. Okay? So I flipped my crap on her the next day when I saw her at practice. Neil Buchanan is alive and well. Okay? Despite Art Attack not being on anymore. They play reruns though. I see it occasionally on TVO and it makes me happy. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, both with Melissa Joan Hart and the cartoon. I was a big TVO, YTV, Teletoon, Family Channel kid. I love them all. One show I wasn't really a fan of as a kid that I had best friends who loved was Hilary Duff's show, which just escaped me. Anyways, but I was a Saturday morning cartoons kid, for sure. So, question 5. As a kid, I loved Backstreet Boys. I was a huge Nick Carter fan. I had posters all over my room. I also liked NSYNC, and the guy's name, literally, I was trying to remember it before this video, and I cannot recall it to save my life. It wasn't Lance, it wasn't Justin, it was yeah, I'm having a slow day. Anyways, loved them. Had all kinds of posters. I used to like collect posters out of like M Magazine, J14, stuff like that. At one point, one of my old rooms had 94 posters in it. It wasn't a very big room, but they were like the big poster, like the centerfold posters, or like the one-page ones that you could like cut out because they're like the shiny, like actual material paper. So there before they would be equal to like one centerfold, so I would have them themed. So I had like all the Nelly ones, all the 50 Cent, Eminem, Avril Lavigne, stuff like that. Oh, I loved Avril, loved her. All right, question 6. I don't really watch TV anymore. I don't have time. I wish I did, and the only thing that I really make an effort to watch is Jersey Shore, because it makes me feel good about my life and that I've stayed in school and that I persevered. But even that I haven't watched for the last like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, so I'm sort of behind. Christmas, I'll be catching up on everything. But if Art Attack was still on, even though it's not really a cartoon or it's just a TV show, I would totally watch it. I'm gonna actually try and find them online. I'm sure YouTube Land has them somewhere. They're just hiding from me. Next question. I don't think loving teddy bears is a habit, but I have 2 of them, which you guys might have seen in my last video of my outfit of the night and going out for my friend Derek's birthday, because my boyfriend walked around and showed them. So I'll show those to you in a minute. But habit-wise, I don't really know. Alright guys, so here are my 2 teddies that both stay on my bed. This is KKB, or King Kwabi the Bear, and it's something that my boyfriend got me on the first Valentine's Day that we were together. And he has a little rose that came on his hand, but I take it off because it like indents his paw. So first of all, it used to say Prince on it, and my boyfriend scratched it out and made it King, because my boyfriend's not a prince, he's a king. It's got a beautiful crown, and my boyfriend's colors are black and gold. My boyfriend's also black, hence the bear being black, and the nice little gold crown, and his cute little outfit. And yeah, I love him. And then this past Valentine's Day, keeping with the bear tradition, I got another bear, and my dad looked at my boyfriend and said, really, stop feeding her addiction to stuffed animals, because I used to hoard, well, not hoard them, I didn't want to get rid of mine when I was a kid, so when I moved into this place, my dad made me get rid of so many boxes of them, and I was like, ah, my babies! So I actually have a lot of photos of them because I'm really, really sentimental. But this is, okay, I have a really good French accent, but it's intentionally said like this, so please don't, like, tell me I'm saying it wrong. But my boyfriend makes fun of me if I say anything in French, so he called him Monsieur Sexy instead of Monsieur. And he's huge. Like, he's almost the size of me when I'm sitting. His head's like 6 times my head. And he has a little bow on him, like one of his own. But I have a couple of bandanas on him for different reasons. This one was one for my doggy Nala, who died back in May. Or actually it was, no, April? March? Oh my god, I'm so confused. She was born in April, so it must have been the end of March, because my grandmother died in May. That's why I'm getting confused. Anyway, so I put that on him and wore that for a while. And she used to get these when she'd come back from the vet. Well, because they had like the little beauty salon and whatever in it, so she'd get groomed. So they'd always put a bandana on her. I could never manage to put a bandana on her, but they could, so we liked them. We had a whole bunch of them. I just like that one. And then this one is just for my campus. It was actually from a frosh before I came into the university, and it's my boyfriend's. And he's got a couple of them, so I kept this one. Stole it, kept it, however you want to phrase it. It was at my house, and I just didn't give it back. So that's Monsieur Sexy, and I actually kind of sleep with him every night. He stays like close to me. KKB used to be the one beside me, but I was ruining his outfit, so I didn't want him to get his fur all mucked up. And that's those guys. Next question. I have jam sessions everywhere I go. I could be on the street listening to my iPod or waiting for a bus to go to school, and I'm just jamming. I don't care. You can look at me. I will sing out loud. I don't care if it bothers you. If you're across the street, that's not my problem. I'm in my zone, and that's the end of it. I will jam in cars. I will maybe not jam as much on a bus because you get some pretty weird people looking at you. Although I'm weird myself. I guess I'll get used to the lies. I don't really care. And then next. Do I steal the shampoos and conditioners? Yes. Yes, I do. I most definitely do. I was visiting my mom in California last year, as you guys have heard me say 1,000 times, but I actually got stuck in Chicago flying out west. There was a bad storm, and so I missed all my flights, and so they had to do an emergency, well, not an emergency, it was an emergency landing, but they had to situate all of us, and my parents both insisted that I stayed at a hotel, and so I got like a discount voucher, and that was hell on earth. But anyways, when I got there, I loved the shampoo and conditioner, and I put them in a little Ziploc bag and threw them in my carry-on because I had obviously my carry-on with me. Everything else stayed on the airplane, but I was wondering if they were like appropriate sizes, because I know in the States and even in Canada, airport security is crazy on the sizes of things, and they're perfect. And I said to the girl, I'm like, can I keep these? And she was like, yeah, no problem. But I love hotel shampoos. I have a whole collection of them from when I was in Europe, when I was in high school. One of the hotels, I can see the bottle. They were color-coded, so they had a lotion, a body wash, and a shampoo conditioner. It was a bluey purple one, a green one, and a pink one. And I have a whole stash of them because we were at the hotel for a few days, and of course I would just hide them and then they'd bring some more. My dad was just me going, why? Because I felt like it, that's why. And last but not least, what advice did I give myself? Well, I don't really say it was a rough childhood. It was definitely a little all over the place. And my rough might not be your rough, may not be that person's rough. But my parents divorced when I was 4. And I lived in Barry at the time. And then I moved to Toronto. And then I lived in a whole bunch of houses in Toronto. So I would tell myself that I had nothing to do with it. Wasn't me. Don't stress about it. Can't change it. It's not your life, although I'm intertwined in it. I'd also tell myself, don't worry about what other people think. I know that's probably what everyone's gonna say when they do this tag, but I had other drama. I was in a special school program. It was called Gifted. I don't know if the States even has it. I know it's completely different depending where you are, even in the GTA area. And so I was the only girl who was gifted. So I've mentioned this in my transitioning video, my back to school transitioning video, that I had a lot of hate. Like the girls hated me for it, or at least they made it seem like I was trying to be snooty about it. I was just doing what my parents wanted me to do. And then the guys I would go with weren't friends with me, so I had no relief. So I cared a lot about what people thought. And I shouldn't have. I turned out alright, but really, it's your own life. Don't worry about it. Also goes for loving yourself physically. Doesn't matter what you look like, as long as you're true to yourself and you live life your way, which is my lovely catchphrase for both my website and just life in general. And I just think that if you live life your way, doesn't matter what people think, doesn't matter what else goes on, as long as you enjoy doing what you're doing. Anyways, ladies, have a great day.